Hello, I am Jody Wolf. You're watching EXPOZ. Today is November 16, 2010. It is 11:18 p.m. in Birmingham, Alabama. Topic today: longer lifespan makes a lot of people nervous. So let me give you a short rundown of just what I'm talking about, and when I finish you will understand. To start with, and we're talking about pre-flood. There were 1,600 years of time from Adam and Eve, and of course Cain and Abel, but we know that Cain killed Abel. But the average lifespan over that 10 generations was 856 years. That's how long people lived on the average of the first 1,600 years of man on earth. Now, post-flood, this is a 500 years of time, also 10 generations. The average lifespan of man dropped to 321 years. And I'm gonna get to a point here and you'll understand. Now, from the time of Moses and the law, this is Moses and the law, the time span, again, 1,500 years of time, and it did not mention generations, so I don't know how many generations. I guess you can figure it by the average lifespan being between 70 and 80 years. So you see, as we progress from the time of creation, after the flood, and through Moses, it dropped from 856 years down to 70 and 80 years. Now, the time of Christ, when Jesus Christ walked on earth 2,000 years ago, the average lifespan was only 44 years. The contribution made to that was disease and wars. So after that time, I'm sure, had they gone on through the medieval era, that would have probably retained and stayed about the same, as my guess. But let's jump forward now until 1918. The average lifespan in 1918 had jumped from 44 years, which was 2,000 years earlier, or 1,800 years earlier, to 54.4 years in 1918. So from 1918 to 1948, that's 30 years. Lifespan jumped once again from 54.4 to 62 years. That's the average lifespan. Now, in 1998, it's 50 years. Lifespan went from 62 years to 78 years. Now, these are Danish experts keeping records along with a medical journal, and the medical journal came out in October 2009 with these numbers. Now, in 1998, again, the average lifespan jumps from 48 to 98 to 78 years. Now, the Danish expert says that in rich countries, the lifespan could reach 100 years old. That's what they say, and we may have achieved that here and there, but it's not the norm. However, the medical journal put out in 2009 saying people born today, 2009, 2010, will more than likely, and this is in developed countries, not necessarily rich countries like America and Canada. These are developed countries. They say the average lifespan will be 100 years. And so that's saying that my granddaughter, who is 4.5 now, will more than likely, if we remain here on earth long enough, will live to be, if not 100, probably very close to 100. And I just wanted to throw that in there because I've got two things to say about it. Out of Bill Gates' own mouth, at a Bilderberg Illuminati meeting, out of his own mouth, he said in his mind the world should be capped at 8.3 billion people. Bill Gates said that. Now, looking at these numbers, we can easily reach 8.3 billion people in the next several years. Now, there has been opposition to what he said through the Bilderbergs, the Illuminatis, and all these other people of, I guess it takes money to buy yourself into a club like that and then make decisions on who lives and who dies. This is something that's in my crawl, and I don't like it. But there has been many to say, no, much fewer people than that. And there has even been a person, and I don't know the name, but I believe it can be researched easy enough and found out. I should have written it down, but I didn't. He likes the number, it being 90% fewer people on Earth. Not 10% fewer people, but 90% fewer people. Well, the Earth can't make its way with that 90% fewer people. It just can't do it. But another thing that I'm thinking about is if the additives to your food and your drink is so bad for you, and you're hearing this side of the room saying, "Oh my gosh, look what that meat's got in it, or look what that can of soda's got in it, or look at what that pork and beans has in it. Look what you're cooking with." Everything that you eat and drink, they say, is bad for you. If that is the case, why is it that our age, our life expectancy, continues to increase in age as the years go? So I'm perplexed in a way. I'm drawn, other than me drinking all the Mellow Yellow I drink, and I drink some Mellow Yellow. I can put in a 2 liter a day, and that might hurt me, but then, hey, it might make me live to 98 years old. I don't know. So I'm not convinced that the food additives are shortening our lives, when the expert says indeed our lives are lengthening. They're growing longer. So this is what I wanted to tell you, and there are a number of people that will control, that will run, that will be in charge of the New World Order, and it is going to come. I promise you, the New World Order will come. It will be here, but it cannot come until the church has been removed. All of you may disagree with that. I don't care. All of you. But the Bible says the light has to be removed. In other words, the restrainer has to be taken away before the Antichrist can become power and to take charge. I'm a Christian. I'm still here. The Antichrist is not. He's probably alive and well, waiting for me to leave. And all you other Christian people out there today. So, there it is. If we continue to live for 30 more years without an Antichrist and without somebody really taking a hold of the population, we could get to 10 billion people on this earth. And it's going to really tick off Bill Gates and a lot of these other people. But I believe that the church will be taken away, the Antichrist come to power, and then indeed population growth will stop and start retreating at a very rapid pace. So there you go. This title is going to be Longer Lifespan Makes People Nervous. And I'm going to call it part 1 because I believe there will be a part 2. Jody Wolf Expose.